everyone, this is Holly from Smart Mouth Beauty, and today is my first day of doing Smart Mouth in the raw. So clearly it's going to be a hair tutorial today because I don't normally walk around looking like this, but I thought I really have wanted to show a little tip and trick about curling your hair with a flat iron. There are so many videos out on YouTube, but they're just missing a little element that I want to share with you. So I already did the underneath, so we're going to work on what you can really see. So I might even turn around in this video, so we'll see what happens. But really quick, just want to give a quick shout out. My jacket is from Target and my shirt is from Hot Topic. I am wearing Stila on my eyes. This is the Rose Gold Retro, and I've got it kind of on that movable lid. And then the rest of the eyeshadow is from Kat Von D Shade and Light. And then on my lips today is Trended Up Ultra Matte Lip Cream. It doesn't have a color. Doesn't have a color. All right, more importantly, the hair. So I just want to point out a couple of quick things. My flat iron has a ridge on it. So you really want to pay attention when you're purchasing a flat iron, or maybe you have a flat iron. If it goes straight off into the plastic, then it's not really going to curl your hair. So you want to make sure, I hope you all can see, that this lip curves, then goes to the plastic. It doesn't go straight off. This flat iron is from Cloud 9. It does go up to 420, although I have it at 390. Any kind of flat iron that has a lip like this, and if I can remember off the top of my head, it's GHD, that might have that kind of same lip. But just make sure you're looking for that when you're looking at purchasing flat iron. I am using some hairspray from what is this, from Usmooth. And so I am just gonna like base my hair real quick like that. So the first tip was about getting the right flat iron. The second tip is actually how to hold your hand. And again, a lot of the tutorials out there, they are front facing. And so they say, okay, put your flat iron in, curl it away from your face, and there you go. But there's a couple of elements I think that they're forgetting to kind of prep you about or talk to you about. So I'm going to tell you what it is. And a little bit of it has to do with, for me, my hand tattoos. And a lot of you all have asked about my tattoos, but which maybe we'll do a video about. But this one actually says copper, which is probably in the reverse in the camera. But this actually has to do with curling your hair, especially when you're facing the mirror. I have a mirror in front of me here, so if I'm looking up, this is what I'm looking at. But if you're facing the mirror, you actually have to pre-cock your hand. So when I'm talking to my clients, I always say, look at how you can see my copper in the mirror so that you have the ability to twist back. If you come into your hair with the flat iron like this, how do you have any place to go? And then you're ending up having to walk your flat iron around like this, which just isn't good. So my biggest tip, let's go ahead with a section. So this first part, I'm gonna go across my body. So I'm gonna give you a tip on how to curl your hair across your body or across from your dominant hand. So I'm gonna take my first section, I'm gonna come up over my head, show my copper in the mirror as I'm clamping. You see that? Twist, slide it down to my shoulder. So that's something that has really changed for me, how I'm doing that. So here's my next section. Let's go over that again. I'm gonna pre-cock my wrist. See how my wrist is curved like this? So if I'm standing like how you are facing the mirror, I'm gonna pre-cock my wrist so that I have some place to turn it. So my copper is gonna face in the mirror like this, twist, and then I'm gonna just slide down to my shoulder. So there's that curl. I'm gonna keep going. I know you all liked Heather's In the Raw last week. It was so funny because we talked about, so there's my pre-cock. Heather and I talked about doing these for a long time, like vlog style. And I don't know why, but we talked about that we were so nervous about doing them. It's so funny because we really have gotten used to, you know, filming with each other. So I'm going to the back, Here's my section. I'm just gonna turn my head so that I can see that hair in the mirror. Again, I'm cocking that wrist, turning it, and coming down. And I've gotten to that split in the back. So let's do this side where it's not gonna be cross your body. It's gonna be on the same side as your dominant hand, maybe. So, again, I'm gonna put my copper towards the mirror. So my copper is toward the mirror because I'm gonna go in and clamp, and then I'm gonna drag down towards this shoulder. So I have to pre-cock my wrist. Again, if you just clamp it this way, how are you supposed to turn your wrist backwards? And so I think that's what some tutorials are just missing. How to kind of so my copper is facing that mirror, clamping, twisting, and I'm just gonna pull that straight down. And I kind of don't finish the ends because I feel like if you have your ends a little bit too curled, then it just looks like you're going to prom. And so there's my copper in the mirror. And I'm twisting that away from my face. And again, I'm kind of leaving those ends out. Go to my next section. I hope this is making sense to you guys. I'm gonna split that in two. That might be too big. So my copper is towards the mirror. And copper, if you all are wondering, I used to have 2 beagles, and they were just my favorite things ever. I had those dogs for many years. My ex-husband and I got them, of course, as puppies. And the oldest one, which is on this hand, named Trace, he lived to be 17 years old. And then Copper lived to be about 16. So they had the best life. They really did. They were something really special. I'm gonna recurl that one a little bit. They just had the best life with me. They were so special. So I've brought now my mohawk area up. I'm gonna show you a couple little tips right here since we have the time. I'm trying to keep these raw videos, this is just hairspray, less than 10 minutes. So I'm gonna just part off that back there, okay? I'm gonna do a little back comb. I'm gonna pre-cock and twist that up so that it creates that like bend. So that's gonna like arc off my head. Did you all see that? Come straight in at the root and just give yourself a little Peg Bundy bump. Remember those bump-its that were like so popular? So I'm just gonna kind of back comb that a little bit. Now I'm gonna go on with the actual curl. And I usually just do that kind of straight up. I'm gonna stretch that down a little bit. So yeah, my dogs have been a huge part of my life. I mean, 17 years that's like a kid. Would be like I just sent my kid off to like college or something. I don't know. Some people say dogs aren't really part of the family, but for me, they really were something very special. And when they passed, it was really difficult. So I put them on me so that I could have them with me forever. You all see that little bump right there? Let's hairspray it. I'm gonna wear my hair parted in the middle today. So let's do that. I'm gonna spray the underneath there a little bit, and then I'm gonna split this into 2 sections. Going in, there's my copper towards the mirror. Clamp, twist, slide towards that shoulder. Do the front here. Find my section. I slide that down a little bit so that it's not twisting in my bangs. So I bring that down to about there. Let's do the other side. Almost done. We're still sitting at 8 minutes. You all still with us? Or me? Ah, I said us because Normally Heather and I, should we put it like a little like mask of Heather making faces at me over here? You all miss that, right? I might miss it, whatever. Again, I'm gonna go across my body. There's my copper in the mirror, clamp and twist. And then here's the front section. So I am gonna bring that just down a little bit to meet my eyebrow right there. Okay. Make sure I've got all of my pieces. That looks a little sloppy right there, doesn't it? Come on, Holly, get it together. Get it together. I do want to do a fashion haul for you. Heather did the fashion haul as her first raw. That looks better, doesn't it? My closet's been a little bit crazy. We are redoing the upstairs, so I'm kind of doing new closets. So my master bedroom closet is not viewer appropriate. So once I get that together, I will probably do a fashion haul. I'm gonna spray my hairbrush and I'm going in. Don't be afraid to brush it after you curl it. It's not gonna be as crazy as you think it is. So I'm gonna start from the underneath and just come at it. And I'm just putting my hand back over it. Kind of loose. And then another little trick is I'm going to spray my fingertips. Spray my fingertips, kind of bring that piece in. Okay guys, I'm going to do some after photos and outfit of the day photos for you so you can see that on Instagram. But that's it for Holly coming at you at Smart Mouth Beauty Raw, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye.